Movie 32 presenting Train to Busan to Peninsula 2020. We are shown as the story begins that the zombie virus spread across the Korean peninsula. There was an outbreak, during which Captain Young sees Seok-woo, all of your sister to escape from zombies, was taking the family on a ship, and that ship to take them to Korea was them on the way. While going ahead, a man is found to help them, was pleading her with that man. There was also a wife and 2 daughters. Young Sang-ho sees that a lot on the whole body of that man. All the blood is on. That's why he thinks it seems that maybe this man also has all of them. Zombies have bitten. And thinking that, leaving them there, they move on. Then that man's wife tells him that you, at least with my daughter, besides me, go, but Young Suk ignores them. It goes on. He reached the ship. Go, and ship out of Korea. Goes out for here we know. That ship is supposed to go to Japan. But Young Suk realizes that ship should be taken to Hong Kong instead of Japan. That's why he from the captain of that ship goes to talk. And as soon as he leaves, an infected came to a cabin there. A infected man turns into a zombie. Seeing the zombie, the whole cabin was scared. The atmosphere builds, and Young Suk's brother-in-law Chulamin, who at that time was the line of supply, they also knew all this, goes, and when Young Suk said this, if he gets news he goes straight to that cabin, goes because his sister and his children were also present in the same cabin, and the zombie is found outside the same cabin, and Young Suk shoots her and her. Later, as soon as he went inside that cabin, sees that all the people were in that cabin. All of them are now infected, and among those infected was his nephew. They and his sister holding their son was sitting, but that infected people any time could turn into a zombie, and thinking this, Young Suk takes his sister from there. Seems to go, but he to his son. She was not leaving alone. As soon as you see, look at all the infected people. They are converted into zombies, and they attack people. Young Suk too try to kill all those zombies. It seems that only then does he see that his infected nephew biting his mother. But despite this he did nothing. He could have heard the sound of gunshots there. Hearing this, Chulamin also comes, who belongs to this cabin. He would have locked the door and kept him outside. Is all the zombies inside the cabin? He was eating the sister, and he had it all. He was looking in front of his eyes. After that it turns out that all this happened. It happened 4 years ago today. Something on that ship. There were infected people, and that was the last ship left for Hong Kong. From here we have 4 years later are shown at the time. But we see Young Suk and Chulmin. Both of them were now living in Hong Kong. Hong Kong locals loved them both. They did not, because they were refugees. One day some gang members come to him, and he takes them to his boss. Their boss offers them a job, forming a team of 4 of them again, asked to go to the Korean peninsula, are still Corinthian and from zombies. Is full. His target was that a food truck out of the peninsula had to remove, of which from about $30 million were filled, and it was stipulated that after completing the work, those members also $2.5 million will be given, and so on. Also they have to escape from all those zombies. Some instructions for the zombie cannot see at night, and in those zombies following the voice attack people. That's why he would say this work should be done easily at night. Can by giving them 2 satellite phones. Arrived at the specified location through the ship, and when they are all survivors, they would come back after completing the mission. Time can use this satellite phone. Are all those survivors reach that place? Go to where the truck was parked. Then, Young Suk would go to that truck and check. Then he realizes that the truck is his, not of the people. Young Suk jab to the truck. He was coming back after checking. Someone's voice is heard coming. He sees a building that has, and it was full of zombies, and that the building was made of glass. So all in it, all the zombies were visible, and that no one can trust glass. That's when it breaks and all the zombies are out. Come seeing this, Yeon Sang-ho came quickly, gets in the car, and they all again go to your target. Something. In the distance they see another truck and this time Yeon Sang-ho doesn't go alone. With Chulman, and with him another one of his. The partner also goes. They are alone there. There was someone else who looked at those people. He was sitting down. When they all to the truck. If they open it, they will know. That is a full truck full of money. Has happened here is the mission to find the truck. So it's done. And now get out of there. It was time. He sees that. The truck driver also turned into a zombie. Has paid, and they think that he might die. Has paid, but this thinking is wrong for them. It was to be proved. As soon as Chulman truck. He starts to go inside, that truck driver. Lives and falls, causing the truck. The horn is pressed and throughout the area. The sound of that horn echoes loudly. Hearing the sound, all the zombies became alert. They start moving towards them. And this someone. There were no such zombies but from Korea. There were ultra-fast zombies. Yeon Sang-ho quickly kills that truck driver. And one of his friends would start that truck. And here's Yeon Sang-ho and all the rest of the zombies. Starts killing, but that number. I was quite a lot. Chulman back in the car. Goes and sits down. And as soon as the car starts, Yeon Sang-ho also sits in it and so on. Despite the difficulties, all those trucks managed to get out of there. And now it was his turn to use the satellite phone. But before they able to use, suddenly there are many. Throws flares in front of their car. And he laid it before them for them. Gaia was a trap, so that because of the light, zombies can be attracted to them, and rightly so. That seems to be the case. All, faster zombies start moving towards them. And they all hurried to their cars. They start driving away, and then their car crashes. Goes, and their truck also collides with it. And Yeon Sang-ho straight out of the truck. Falls, he sees that is 3. The partner is dead. But actually it is. Was not Kulmil quickly behind the truck. Whale got into the box, and the truck driver was still alive. But near Yeon Sang-ho, there was not enough time to check them. Because zombies surrounded him from all sides. Had kept and fighting with them at one time. That he admits his defeat, that's when we see that a car came in front of him. It helped us. He sees that in that car, a sitting girl was driving Jong. With she younger sister was also sitting with her. She leaves Yeon Sang-ho in the car. Come out, but zombies spread everywhere. Had happened we see that with great difficulty. Jong saved his car and got out. Goes Seong very quietly to his car. Parks under a bridge. Because a lot of zombies in front. There was a herd. Now here is Jong little sister. Your remote using your skill. Takes the control out of the car. But he has installed a lot of heavy technology. That would distract the zombies. And those people would have left there safely. Then she reaches his home where. But his mother and father lived. Find out here. It turns out that both husband and wife are the same people. For years ago Jang Suk ignore. He had gone, and the little one in his hand. She was a child, and it was Eugene whose life she had to save. Say Yeon Sang-ho had refused, and today, he saved his life. On the other hand, a whole gang convoy near the truck reaches and names the gang Unit 631. The leader was First Class Hong. That sees that truck driver still is alive, but instead of saving his life, he kills him, and here we are. One also learns about the nature of people, that it is no less than a zombie, and that it was the same gang that stole Yeon Sang-ho's car, had thrown flares in front of him so that all get killed by zombies. He took that truck. They started going from there, thinking that maybe it will be full of food. They are their military. Reached the compound where he was quite famous. On the other side, Yeon Sang-ho looked on. Hey Jong's father, Elder Kim Ji-shi military, trying to talk to the officer, and he was sure Jane would get them out of here. But the bad news was that military operations stopped 4 years ago today. It was done, and all three of them knew about it. To get those people out of here, no one will come, but when they find out, if Yeon Suk is from Hong Kong, then he is. Everyone is quite surprised that the last four. In years, no one came to save those people. Came for, but people here for money. Came to Jang's help, starts asking him what happened to the rest of his companions. That he says that now they are all killed and gone. On the side, when those people this food track, if they are opened, they will be from the inside. Chulamin Getsi catches him and take him with you to a game. Or after some time, when one of that gang, the member opens a truck, so his eyes remain open. He goes straight to Captain CEO and tells him about that money. That when he goes to the truck and checks it, every dollar comes with satellite phones. Or as soon as he turns on the phone, he calls come in. Notify the CEO when the call is picked up. It turns out that this truck is part of an operation, which has the money to bring this truck back. Also get them out of Korea. Will be taken out, and then, on hearing this, he himself took that truck to the boat. He starts to prepare, and he knows this. Keeps a secret. On the other side, we see that kept Chulman in line with the rest of the surface. Went and saw a lot of them. People are gathered there. It's a game. The show is about zombies and humans. Ain Samani Anna the AAR Ser Koser the show. Very excited to see. Where only a few survived the first round. And Chulman was also included among them. On the other hand, those people with Yeon Suk talked about this. Let's decide that the military, they will definitely go to the compound because a satellite phone is very important, and that's it. With help they all got out of the peninsula here. Can now all of them will finally decide that he will leave here at night, so that there is no problem for them to leave here. Came, but Yeon Suk didn't understand this. It was not happening at all. For years ago, he clearly refused to save this family. Was given, that's why he went to this thing. Tells Jong Ki's help, which he overhears. Not surprised at all. She says that it's not a big deal. On the other hand, Captain CEO and his companions, without anyone, they came into view, preparing to leave. Were taken at night. We see that war. All the rest of his people car with Suk. They sit down and leave. But those people do not go near the military compound. Stop Jong's car at another place. Gives, and from there only Minju and Jang. Seok would go to check the truck. Or they get that truck too. On searching, that satellite phone would also be found. But unfortunately, that mobile was broken. And not long after that, Captain CEO, partner Private Kim, would also come there. And taking him at gunpoint, sorry herself. He spits out all the things that he and others, Captain CEO meeting both those people, want, and CEO of this entire operation, about was found out through a satellite phone, which is present in his room. This thing, as soon as he hears, Yeon Suk understands that Chulman's phone has been found, and so is Kim. It also makes us think that truck. A man was also found among them, who now, crazy, has become part of the game. Hear this. Yeon Suk from there to save him. He runs straight towards him. As soon as he left, Captain CEO also comes there. That thing was not interested at all. That's why he immediately started firing at them. Gives, then Minju reverses his car. She picks him up, and from his pocket, Yeon Suk takes out his satellite phone. But here there is a mess. Everyone heard the sound of gunshots. The zombies start moving towards them. At exactly the right time, Yeon Suk in that game reaches and saves Chulamin. Somehow all of them with those two zombies escape from the gang members and get out of there. Go, but to a zombie, Yeon Suk catches, and now Chulamin there were only two ways. Either by saving his life, run away from there, or through that gun. Yeon could have saved Suk, and that's a good thing. It was that he preferred the second option. Does war by killing that zombie with that gun. Saves Suk. But then that gang, the leader sergeant, would shoot him in the back. Seeing him dead is enough for Yeon Suk. Gets more shocked. Understand him, anything. I did not know what to do. So now the whole family was over. Cholman was the only survivor. But now that too has been killed, and that Sergeant him too was about to shoot. That's when Monju got that truck. It reaches there, and that war, enough for Suk to get into the truck, begins to ingest. Here we see, even his truck was overrun by zombies. The side was surrounded, and the glass was broken. They were also trying to get inside. That's when they see a light, and that. It was none other than Jong-hee, who drove his car. Light chased all those zombies, takes all of them wisely, distract the zombies and move forward. Start trying. But behind them, the entire gang was lying there. They were trying to stop people. Something Jong used to park the cars but here we see that the same. One of the gang's drivers collided with him. Kahi comes to him, and she is driving. I was skilled like Young, but war. She was more intelligent than him, and she had her own mind. Follow up with the correct use of. Delivers. A lot of cars. With the gang members destroyed. Then the leader of that gang to his next trick. Uses Minju sees that she. Big headlights on all cars. Turns on from which all those zombies. They start blocking their way. Young. Clear your way with great wisdom. Does Young Suk by shooting his light. Bursts and now their truck with zombies. Escapes and all the vehicles behind. They are surrounded by zombies. Port. On reaching they all see that the ship is theirs. He was completely ready. Now those people. They were quite happy that they were all saved when suddenly hit his car hard. And when Minja sees it, she is shocked. It happens because in that car it's full. The whole family. None other than Captain CEO himself. He would immediately take Jong at gunpoint. And all their weapons down. Asks to keep. Here we see is that the CEO was totally crazy and he could kill Jong anytime. Over here, we see Janonggang's younger sister Jo. She uses his mind. She distracts him with the remote card, and Jing becomes absolutely independent but the CEO. Eugene sees that little girl, and he shoot at her as soon as he killed. It was only then that a man would come from the front, who belonged to the same gang, and shot him. It takes Minju quickly to her gun. She was going to pick him up and kill him, but before that, the CEO shoots him in the leg, and he runs away with the truck. From there, he also had the ticket to go and won. Once again, they were trapped in the peninsula. He would reach the ship with a truck. And those people check that in the truck. Cash or not. Here we see that even after receiving the truck, don't fulfill your promise and that to the CEO. Shoot. But the CEO is still alive. He reverses that truck at full speed. I start the truck, and the truck ships. Comes out of all as soon as the door opens. All the zombies start coming in, and being able to control so many zombies. It was very difficult for them. CEO himself and them. It syncs with people, and here. Also see the rest of the family, with say, Young Suk. Had been now here we know that. When Captain CEO was shooting Eugene, the man in front of him is none other than him. Rather, it was his father, Elder Kim, who now. They were dying slowly after which. He dies. A military as soon as he died. Chaopar starts passing by, and all that to him. Stopped by signaling. Zombies too. They were moving towards them. But Minju injured. Couldn't run away because of it. And this. Again she promises Young Suk that. Now he will definitely help his daughters. Jung-sik hugs his two daughters. He takes him to the side, and from behind, he takes them. Fights zombies. We see that he sits in a truck and presses his horn. Makes all the zombies. They come towards him. On reaching the intersection, he. Let's see if anyone else can help them. No, but she was Major Jane, whose father had also mentioned his arrival. Jong tells them that she helped them. But that soldier did this job. She refuses because everyone. Situations were out of his hands. Then Jong took out his gun and shot him. She takes it to the point and says that she She will not leave here without her mother. But then she sees that her mother committed suicide, is going to do it. Seeing which Jong absolutely goes crazy. To which Jane says that your mother is doing absolutely right. That is better for them. Both of them hug. Was crying. Young Suk was watching them, just as he had seen his sister die. Had seen, but he was one of them. Those who say that they tried, but nothing happened. But this time he just, not about saying, but about trying. He thinks, and seeing him, Minju also owns him. The decision changes because now to live. Hope was visible even to her, who was like this before. It didn't seem like it. That immediately backfired. She starts, and in such a while that she can reach the square. Young Suk on zombies competes with to try so hard. However, his mother finally survives. That all four are absolutely safe on that floor. They sit down and finally safely, way out of the peninsula. And with this story ends here. Thanks for watching.